I'm Berkeley Mayor Jesse Arreguin, and I strongly urge you to vote yes on Measure HH on the Berkeley ballot. Our planet is burning. We must act now to combat climate change and to save our planet. And while Donald Trump may continue to deny that climate change exists, here in Berkeley, we know that climate change is real, and we're already experiencing the negative consequences of the climate crisis. The wildfires that are ravaging our state, choking our air here in the Bay Area, making it difficult for us to breathe, the orange apocalyptic like skies, rising sea levels, warmer temperatures, and the risks that we face along the wildland urban interface, the fear of a devastating fire in the Berkeley Hills, poses a great risk to the safety of our community. But we know that climate change also disproportionately impacts low-income communities and communities of color. And so while we must take bold steps to address the climate emergency, we must also do so in a way that is equitable and that lifts up all of our community. We're facing two crises, a pandemic and a climate crisis, and both have enormous economic impacts and disproportionately harm low-income and marginalized communities and require our collective action. Voting yes on Measure HH will speed up our reductions in greenhouse gas emissions here in Berkeley, while reducing energy costs for thousands of Berkeley residents and help kickstart a green economy here in Berkeley, our own Green New Deal. Berkeley has taken bold steps in recent years to fight climate change. In 2009, we adopted a climate action plan, a roadmap for our work to combat this emergency. And in 2018, in recognition that we're facing even more devastating impacts, and the IPCC report, which said that we have to act within 11 years to reverse the irreversible impacts, the devastating impacts of climate change, we adopted a climate emergency declaration, recognizing that this is an emergency that requires emergency action, and set the goal of becoming a fossil fuel-free city by the year 2030 to achieve carbon neutrality. In order for us to meet these ambitious goals and to protect our community and to ensure a just and equitable future for our city, we need to pass Measure HH to make sure that we have the resources to not only transition existing buildings to clean and renewable energy, expand clean and non-fossil fuel sources of transportation, implement energy efficiency and resiliency measures with a focus on equity and environmental justice. It is critical that we pass this measure. This measure is a modest increase in the utility users tax to result in annual costs of $53 a year. It will exempt care and fair customers, saving them an average $160 a year. In total, this measure will generate $2.4 million a year that Berkeley can use to fight our climate crisis, and will be guided by a panel of energy, equity, and climate experts to advise the Council about how to make equitable and effective climate action investments. So please vote yes on Measure HH to help Berkeley address what is the greatest challenge facing humanity, our climate crisis, and to make sure that we can take action now to save our planet and to ensure a just, sustainable, and equitable future for our city. Please join me and the Democratic Party, the League of Women Voters, the Ecology Center, the Sierra Club, many environmental leaders and community organizations in voting yes on Measure HH. Thank you so much.